This is the 10 Minutes with Andrew podcast.
Welcome back to 10 Minutes with Andrew. I'm again Andrew, and I'm joined with Mark Chancey. Welcome back to the show.
You look quite happy there.
I screwed that one up.
Why? How?
I said I'm again Andrew. I was supposed to say and I'm again joined.
Well, you are again. Yesterday you were, and again today you are.
I am again today.
Unless you want to change your name.
No, I'm good.
What? I told you what you were going to be, didn't I?
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't remember.
Valentino.
Yeah.
Huh? That's what you were going to be.
That wouldn't have worked.
Why not? Valentino. I like it. So you're right out of bed. You're literally right out of bed.
No.
Huh?
I'm not.
No. All right. Snowstorm in St. John's this morning.
15.
I don't know if we got that much, but anyway.
That's what they're calling for.
No school closings today because it's Sunday.
It is Sunday.
And tomorrow is
tomorrow
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, so we're
and
off.
we like it too.
Yeah.
Irish Spring.
Yeah, and
Not sponsored by, but
is that our official theme song now? That one we just came out to?
yeah, apparently I'll be looking for a new one. You don't like it?
No,
eh?
I like it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just asking if it's official.
I don't know. You're the boss. Is it?
Sure.
Okay, there you go. You answered your own question. Right?
Yeah.
So, what are we doing today, my son?
We're playing buying or selling.
Buying or selling?
But first,
And if you're talking about the Leafs, sell.
First,
Here we go.
Leafs lose 3-2 in a shootout last night in Buffalo.
Get the loser point. Although I don't mind the loser point after a shootout because the shootout is a gimmick. And
Yeah.
if you get through overtime tied, you earn your point. I don't know why we can't have a tie at the end of overtime.
I guess not.
But not good enough, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was, they were pretty competitive for two periods, but then they kind of got outshot like 32-16 in the end. So
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah, they're not.
Keep sinking like a Led Zeppelin.
But you can't, like, every time you get points, it moves you further away from that top 5 for the pick. So you need to get that pick.
Yeah, but you know what? It dropped down to like the 6th worst and give Boston that pick and be done with it. Because if they get it, if top 5 protected, they got to give next year's. Boston doesn't lose a draft pick.
Yeah.
It gets rolled to the next year. So then they got to go through it all again, and they might give them a good draft pick if by some miraculous occurrence they're competitive again next year.
Currently, I think they're projected to have the pick is like in 7th, I think. So
Yeah.
they need to get 2 spots up.
Well, I'm all for the lottery because then you'd get a nice first-round pick,
Yeah.
and then you could use that to do something to help build a
They're not gonna win the lottery, but
better hockey club. Yeah. What else you got?
just a game.
That's it? Just the game? Okay.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the embarrassment that was the other night?
With the WBC?
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Really? Auston Matthews. It's
Oh, well, yeah, that gets in. That's my first statement in the game.
dirty
It ties into
knee,
that.
and
It
so I
ties
won't go
into
there.
that.
Okay, so
It
you ready
ties
to go?
into that. Yeah.
All right, so you need a drum roll then, hey?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit rusty because we haven't done any of this stuff in a while.
Yeah, no sound effects.
This is buying or selling.
This one's kind of a long-winded one. And
I'll just take a drink of my coffee and listen to you.
buying or selling, Thursday's game against the Ducks was the last time we ever see Auston Matthews in a Leafs jersey.
If I said it was long-winded,
I meant to say it was long. It was a longer question.
you could have just said Matthews has played his last game as a Leaf.
I could have said that.
Yep. Do I think he's gone? I don't think he is. Do I want him to be? Probably. I don't think the Leafs are letting him go. I don't think so.
So you're going to sell it.
Even after what lesson they should have learned Thursday night about this team and how pathetic they are, they should blow the whole thing up. The whole thing should be blown up.
I agree with that.
But I don't believe with the guy that's at the top and the GM that Auston Matthews is going anywhere.
But from the sounds of it, from what I hear, the GM and the coach are gone at the end of the year.
I keep hearing that.
So
I say, like, if you're going to do that, Why aren't you letting Mr. Berube out now and have one of the assistants take it the rest of the way? Why would you make him suffer this way? But you know what it exposed for me? It's not a Berube problem.
I know.
When your captain gets cheap-shotted, dirty like that, and nobody reacts, that should show Mr. Pelly and everyone above Berube, he hasn't got a chance to win with this team.
But I think
what have you given him?
I think the problem also is, like, as Sid Sixera pointed out, a good point to that is, if that was William Nylander who got cheap-shotted, what would Matthews have done?
Nothing.
It's not just Matthews.
Nothing.
Matthews,
nobody has done anything. They never will. Now, Mr. Positive, because I'm always positive. I'm always looking for the positive side of things. Tage Thompson on the Buffalo Sabres, almost a year to the date, last February, 2025, got cheap-shotted, laying on the ice, helmet flies off. Not one Buffalo Sabre did a thing.
Yeah.
And Lindy Ruff said that was embarrassing, and that was the point that changed their team. So maybe this is the impetus.
Maybe.
For the Leafs to become a team that can actually do something in the future. Maybe.
I doubt it.
Are we talking about the suspension or not?
Yeah, you got 5 games.
Oh, I didn't know if that was another one of your things.
No, it's not.
5 games? Again, it's an embarrassment. The NHL is an embarrassment that this guy who's been suspended, 7 times?
4 times.
4 times.
4 times.
That was the dirtiest hit you could put on someone.
Also,
intent to injure the U.S. One of the U.S.'s best players. You think Gary Bettman would give a crap, right?
Yeah.
5 games, a phone hearing.
They're trying
5 games.
They're trying to protect Gudas too for some reason.
I don't know what they're doing, but that is a ridiculously low amount for what he did and his track record. No.
He got suspended one time years ago. One of his 4 suspensions was for a slash to the neck.
Yeah, he's a dirty player. I don't think the Leafs have anyone to teach him a lesson now at the end of March when they play them again.
No, nobody.
But I'd be looking down in the East Coast League if I were tree living, and I'd bring up every goon down there for that game.
Yeah.
And I would just make his life miserable.
Yeah.
Like Dangle says, there is no puck on March the 30th.
No.
No
puck.
But Lee's got 2 points out of that game, eh?
Yeah.
They really showed him. They really showed him in the third. God, what a pathetic bunch. And it's good. It came out. It's finally exposed.
And Matthew Nyes
finally exposed.
Matthew Nyes said in the intermission, he liked their response.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he was referring to a physical response that didn't happen, or if he's talking about the fact they immediately scored a power play goal and then scored another one at the start of the third because of that major penalty. So here's another question for you. If Mitch Marner was on the ice, what would he have done?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Not a thing.
So clean house. Will they get rid of Matthews? I doubt it. They don't. I don't think they have the guts.
What I heard was that they won't let Treliving. They won't let Treliving go into next year without clarity on what he's going to do. That's what I heard, and they probably won't let him go into next year.
I don't feel good as a Leaf fan with Keith Pelly at the top. I don't feel good about that.
No.
I don't feel good about that. He's Mr. Soundbite. Says all the right things.
Doesn't do any of it.
Nothing has ever been done. But if you have not taken an embarrassing lesson from this, Mr. Pelly and the Leafs organization, and you don't start gutting it down to try to change the culture, it's never going to happen. Never going to happen.
Never going to happen.
Imagine if that was Florida. I'd say Gudas would be in the hospital.
Probably.
They would have killed him for that. And the Leaf reaction, I didn't really see it. I wasn't really... It's your captain, and he's down on the ice, writhing in pain, with holding his knee. Gudas is also on the ice. You had to see that, know what happened?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Jump on his back, and it was all too little, too late. Easton Cowan sticking up for Robertson. God, I wish we had Roberts. Oh,
Gary Roberts.
Those were the good old days. He would have been there, I can tell you.
Yeah.
Back in the day, Corson, Tucker, Roberts. It would have been everybody, and anyone that could have snuck off the bench to join in would have done it. It's just a different... I don't know how that happened to that team.
Heck, Doug Gilmour might have mixed it up.
It's what you did. Didn't matter. If you didn't see it, you'd figure it out pretty quick.
Wendell Clark might have,
You just jump in. But I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. Maybe it's a turning point. Maybe it's a turning point.
Yeah, maybe. It's not.
I doubt it.
There's no...
A little long on that one.
You keep forgetting. On top of, forget about last night with the Anaheim one. Not just you, people in general. The same thing happened with Seattle the beginning of the year with Stolars. It was the same thing. Nobody stuck up for the guy.
Not quite the same level.
But it's the same thing. It's the same problem.
Your captain and what used to be one of the top players in the league, struggling this year, gets cheap shotted by a cheap shot artist, and no one says it. And then what hurt more was what they said after. Oh, I didn't really see it, I
didn't understand
Willie
it.
didn't see it. Willie passed him the puck and then saw it and put his hand up and looked at the official saying, that's a penalty.
Yeah.
Right? So what didn't you see? You saw something. Anyway, it could be a turning point, but it won't be with this crowd. So clean house. I'd rather bring all the Marlies up and have some guys that really have heart and play like they have heart and have some entertainment that way. Because it was an exposure like no other exposure.
That last statement, by the way, I'm selling it. Just so you see.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we got to play the game.
Yeah.
What was it?
It was the Thursday.
Can't remember. It's been that long.
Thursday's game against the Ducks.
11 minutes in.
Thursday's game against
Last game. Okay, right, from Auston Matthews. Sorry for cutting you off.
3 times.
I did that because your stepmother hates it. And I can just see it now.
I hate people cutting off too. Not as much. But
in about an hour when we're watching, she'll go,
oh, yeah.
Stop cutting it off.
Yeah.
Buying or selling?
I sell it.
It's his last game?
Listen, I want it to be, not because, they need to get rid of him, but I just don't see them doing it because unless they actually bring in a new GM and coach and then they actually do something. But even then, it's like, what's Pelly going to do? Is he going to make that happen? I don't know.
Selling.
Yeah.
And I did a drum roll, so number 2.
Number 2, buying or selling.
Just long-winded too?
No, actually, this is simple.
Because your first one
The last one will be long.
Oh. How many are there?
3.
Oh, okay.
Buying or selling that Ludwig Oberg will win the Players' Championship today.
3-shot lead.
He currently has the lead.
Scheffler is probably too far back to cause him any distress on Sunday.
Although it is Scotty Scheffler, so you don't know.
They always said when Oberg hit the tour that he was kind of the next Tiger type, right? He hasn't really materialized into that.
He's good though.
But yeah, he'll win.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm buying that. Just to keep with the theme of the game, I'm buying that.
I'll buy it too. I think he's gonna win.
Yeah. Although there's a lot of good names.
Oh yeah. Well, Players is always
5 back. There's a lot of good names.
I love the Players because it's always interesting to see him go to the 17th hole with that at TPC Sawgrass because they got the little island hole in 17 with all the water.
Speaking of golf, did you see a couple of weeks ago Shane Lowry's epic failure?
What did he do?
Oh, he had a 2-shot lead going to the last hole, and no, I think he had a 3-shot lead with 2 holes to play, and he went double bogey, and lost. And he didn't make the cut this week, so it's.
Oh no!
I think it might be in his head right now.
Well, listen, he had the Ryder Cup winner with that putt, so
he did. Barely.
Yeah, but the last one.
Okay.
Buying or selling?
Before you get going, I just want to cut you off one more time.
There you go. Okay. Tarek Skubal
will
find his way to the Dodgers within the next year, and this will be the start of an MLB lockout.
Because of that?
Yeah.
I don't think it works that way, does it?
No, but whether it be a trade in deadline or whatever, because he doesn't want to re-sign, or he goes to there in the offseason,
and MLB says,
and then the players or whoever would be like, we need a cap in here. This is not going to work.
What does he have left on his?
This is last year. He went in arbitration. They made him an offer that was 4 years, $80 million, I think it was, or something like that, which everyone found insulting for someone like him because it's only $20 million, and he turned it down. And it doesn't sound like anyway the team and the player are talking anymore. So it might be his last year.
I'm selling that. I don't think that's happening. Dodgers and Yankees being good is good for MLB.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to do anything, because if they're going to do something, they should have done it by now.
Yeah, but the CBA's up.
Yeah, well,
after.
I don't know how they're going to address that other than a hard cap. And if there's a hard cap that they try to bring in, I don't think you're going to have baseball for a long time, because the greedy baseball players want nothing to do with a hard cap.
Well, yeah, because Bryce Harper said he was fine with it, and so did Machado.
$1 billion a year isn't enough, or $1 billion contract isn't enough, apparently, for swinging a piece of wood at a little baseball.
but you do think what the Dodgers are doing is wrong, right?
I don't like it,
No.
but they figured a way to do it. It's not unlike one team in the NHL that mysteriously always had someone to injured reserve right before the trade deadline.
Is that Vegas?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And if the loophole's there and someone wants to exploit it, they're going to do it. But like the Dodgers makeup, it's just silly.
Yeah.
Totally silly. So this is the ABD season.
Yeah.
Anyone but the Dodgers. Anyone. I even take the Yankees over the Dodgers because
Yankees
it's just totally silly. Buying your way to the World Series, we'll see.
Also, like, I just want to point out something.
You can point it out.
Certain people seem to be under the impression, like I heard it yesterday and I've heard it a few times. Oh, the Blue Jays, they're easily the best team in the AL East, and they'll win, and then they'll go and they'll be back in the World Series next year.
That's the kiss of death.
Listen, they'll be back in the World Series. I know that you think that they will, because when you look at the other teams in the AL East, the Yankees are the exact same team. The Red Sox are worse because they lost Bregman. The Rays are terrible. Baltimore's actually a sleeper pick. That could be one that you might be looking out for. So yes, technically I would say they are the best team in the AL East. But I wouldn't go so far as to say they're going to make it back to the World Series, because
Long road to the World Series.
you don't know what's going to happen, first of all. And like you and I have said for a long time on this show, it might have been lightning in a bottle last year. We don't know.
But they...
And I just think you lost. Now, Okamoto does look pretty good, but you did lose Bo. And, you did upgrade your pitching. I'll give you that. So that's better. Your bullpen, I think, is worse. Like, you kind of lost people and you
Still
didn't
don't have a closer.
really bring anybody in. You still don't have a closer. Your infield... your defense is better without Bo there, but at the same time, you know what I mean? Your offense is going to suffer a little bit depending on how good Okamoto is. So it's a lot of it's riding on him and what he does. But at the same time, you can't guarantee that, because there's just so much that could go wrong. And not only that, but I look at Baltimore as a team that could be like a really, really under the radar pick in terms of maybe even like finishing atop the division, because they added a lot.
Why is everyone counting the Yankees out? They had the exact same record
I know.
as the Blue Jays.
But the Yankees are kind of in their own problems right now. Like Boone shouldn't be there.
Well, the Yankees live and die by the home run,
Yeah.
right?
I just don't think people should be so sure
I don't think a lot of people are that sure.
that they're back to the final. I just don't.
I don't think they're that sure. It's a long road. Easiest time they had in the playoffs was the Yankees. Then they had 7 against Seattle. Right?
In which they barely won. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's not. No one's sure of it. I can guarantee you, nobody is sure of it.
No, I heard some people
Well,
saying back to the finals.
you get off to a slow start, you can lose a playoff spot.
Plus, like I just said, it could have been lightning in a bottle.
Let's hope not.
But yeah,
But to keep playing small ball like they did last year, they'll be fun to watch.
I'm gonna buy that last statement, by the way,
I don't even remember what the statement was.
the scuba one, and then there'll be a lockout.
Yeah? I don't know. I'm selling that.
I think they'll.
There'll be a lockout, but it won't be over that.
No, I think they're gonna. What do you think's gonna be over?
I don't know.
Oh,
Jeez, I'm not a future. I can't read crystal balls. My God. But anyway, it needs to be fixed. But
Yeah.
the players don't want to fix it. So that has the makings of a long labor
yeah,
disruption.
but then the owners will be.
I looked at the thing after we did the third one. We were at 15 minutes. I said, boy, this is going to be a short one.
Mm-hmm.
And then you decide to add another 5 minutes to it. As the producer, we got to get on the same page, man. Anything else you want to throw on there? Like add another 5, 10 minutes?
No,
You sure?
no.
Okay. So,
They cut me off again.
no, wouldn't dare. Wouldn't dare. You got anything else over there?
No.
No? Now I got to figure out how to get. Oh, there we go. Outro. Ready?
Yep.
All right. There it is.
So thank you for listening, watching this episode of 10 Minutes with Andrew. Find us on YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment. Back next week with the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and turn on notifications to be notified when we upload new content. You can also connect with us at andrewchansey.com.